Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day this is for you. A special Saturday. A celebration Saturday. I missed Friday, so it feels odd. I didn't have a weekend reads, but then maybe we do a little quickie today. I am rough. I had a great night spent with some people connected with since a kid, and go see them. We haven't all been together in years, and then we're all together again, and it was so beautiful. I love that. Love that. Driving. Usually I was the driver, so it was different being the passenger. It's beautiful. Anyways, welcome. It's me, Wingish Nebe Majaki Kwe. A friendly, free ass, sweet grass, water medicine woman. And Christiana Carr, superstar. All this beautiful divine being right here. Welcome you, beautiful divine beings, right here too. I'm so glad you're here with me. I'm having a very rough body day. I went for a long drive and I went away for the night and I barely slept on a couch. But I have fun, laughter and stuff, but it still takes a toll on this body. And of course the emotional stuff. I've been going through and releasing lots of emotions, that sadness. I found out the one that abused me was there. That place, and maybe that's why. I don't want to upset me, whatever, so, right? Whatever that was, I don't know. You can make assumptions or whatever, but it feels, it does feel kind of like a low blow. Knowing how I feel about that place. I've always felt about that place. My whole life. And we all have special connections to it, so it's not just about that, but I was really hurt to find out that the one that abused me so bad and the reason I'm so alienated from my family was there celebrating one of my favorite places in the world. I knew that time was coming. I didn't know when was the last day, because I would have done anything to be there. Even if the ex was there too, that wouldn't have, I don't care, because it wouldn't have been about him. I am able to put shit aside. That's me. I always have been that person. You'd think your family would always know you and they would never, and they've embraced my ex more than me, but you know what? He can do more, I guess, right? He got more money. I don't know, and that's not all, but there's definitely some out there like that. Hey, maybe if you're getting offended by it. If you're offended, then maybe you are. Why do we get so offended? If you're offended, you can be controlled on the outside. Whatever. If you're offended, maybe there's something you have done too, right? Maybe it's something you're not admitting to yourself, or you just wouldn't like to see it, or, if you ignore it, it doesn't go away. But that's the hurt. That's the hurt. I've been there. Pretty much almost every member of my family. Unconditionally. No judging. Loving everybody. Trying to keep peace between people. Trying to keep us all together. Either going to be Chrissy Carr's superstar. Be an example for my family. Might begin within home, because all my family's so creative and artistic, and I just wanted to show off all these beautiful things about my family. Now I'm just seeing this is not. No, I'm not. It hurts. We'll all go through this. It's part of life and life cycles, right? Families grow, things change. It's just those parts, right? The younger ones grow up, they're creating their own families and stuff too. That's just part of it. And then this is human emotions. Going through that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I do not feel ashamed. I'm not blaming anybody. And if you're sad, well then, hey, maybe you should have maybe called or something. So let me know. At least give me the option. At least they're giving me the option. This is happening. This is the date it's happening. This is it. Not ever to happen again. Oh, so still love them very much. I'm still very grateful for my Fu family of origin, for my roots and where I came from, and I'm always going to take the love and the lessons and bring those forwards and break the cycles and do my part. The way I seen that this is what we were supposed to do, I was following that ahead of me. And to me, my nanny is one of those ones that starts breaking cycles. Right? And there's so many others in there too. And I see the ones where we didn't want to be judged by those ones. But then I see the elders kind of having a shift in theirs. And then those other ones that were like, we don't be judged, are now more like those elders now. Right? And then is that just the natural things? Because we keep denying those parts in ourselves. We got to take those hard looks. I take my hard looks at myself. And how did I repeat cycles? My kids. Because the stuff that would come in my head, flashbacks, and I got it right because I'm like, I'm not gonna do that to my kids. And then it was something that was done to me, to this little, keep me silenced because I have seen a lot and I remember everything. So many people trying to override my memory, and why? Oh, look at that. There's the smoky mirror, right? They create those smoke and mirrors, but ego's always been with me and always with us, no matter when we're struggling, especially us going through the most struggles and traumas that seem to have those hardest life. Spirit, that intervention comes in very early because we're here for a big purpose. Maybe on some level we did sign up for this, not knowing, because we're in that spirit level. We don't know what that's going to feel like. We get down here in the human body to go, oh, WTF. What did I sign up? Why didn't you tell me? Well, I did tell you, but we don't understand those human emotions until we get into a human body. Whatever that is. Okay, let's call in. Whoa, that one just jumped right up there. Eh? Did you see that? I wasn't fast enough to get it, but maybe it'll come out later. Calling back all of our energies from the east, path of illumination and clarity, place of fire, place of man. Try not to spit today. Calling back all of her energies from the south, the waters, the emotions, place of childhood, the place of innocence. Calling back all of our energies from the west, the woman, the physical, place of introspection, earth. Physical, right? Did I say that? Calling back all of our energies from the north, the air, the mental, the wisdom years. Walk the red road. Jaguar. That's the panther. It's also the integrity impeccably. Oh no, the jaguar is embracing the unknown. Those unknown parts of yourself, those parts you didn't explore. Maybe somebody else said was bad or whatever, but maybe they're the most beautiful parts. What if I embrace that and actually felt those feelings I've been trying to avoid? Because remember, the little's already gone through it. So if you're not going to feel those feelings, you're leaving it for that little inside to hang on to and feel those feelings. Is that fair? To leave that child feeling all that? Look in the mirror. Look deep into your eyes, right into that little child in there. And every time you look in that mirror, imagine yourself speaking to that child. Would you speak to a child the way you talk to yourself? And why, where did that come from? Why do you talk to that child like that? Right? Is that somebody else's voice? We need to clear that out. Get in tune with that still, quiet voice inside. That's our source, and connect to that. That's what we need to do, embracing that unknown. And as for kids, isn't that what we do? We just dive in. No fears, right? Remember, fears are put on us. We're born without fears. Curious, want to explore everything. We want to, I don't know that. So we want to embrace the unknown and make it known. We want to know. I don't know, that's how I was. How about you? Joy, right? We see as we get up into those wisdom years that it's not the suffering, right? We can learn just as much through joy. There's been enough suffering in the world for a frame of reference for us. We don't need to keep doing enough, not just in the world, in our own lives. Look at that. Sometimes suffering comes from not receiving what you needed. Hey, maybe you had parents or whatever gave you everything you ever asked for, whatever. It was all that material stuff, but they never, picked you up and hugged you. They never danced around and got silly with you. Never got into tickle fights or, running around out in the backyard or even just sitting down playing some cards. Whatever. So there was that disconnect, because sometimes parents think it's just supporting them, you know, they got food, they got shelter, whatever. Big one that we need is love and joy. And that's what we're born as, that little joy. Oh, I wrote somewhere, I think it's called haikus or something like that. They take things that are like opposite and show the difference, or show how they're similar. Like it's like looking into the eyes of a child, seeing the innocence in the elderly. I don't know, but look at that. Look at those babies' eyes, and then look at our elderly's eyes. There's a return to that innocence, return to that joy. I say the bodies are suffering enough. We gotta find some joy in there, because the body is not fun sometimes, not joyful. East to west, the blue road of spirit, the mystical shaman. It's always there. We can connect to that inner shaman in us, that once a shaman can go in between the worlds and be in both. In non-duality, really bringing together the unseen and the seen and living in both. It's the mystical shaman that can join you, or the shaman that can go back and do soul retrievals and stuff with you, which a therapist can do too. There's all these different ways and modalities. Whatever works for you, spirit knows that. But the point is to connect to that spirit inside. 38 number on that, good number. Connecting with that inside of you that's still quiet. And you see that, oh, I love that picture on there. You see that little spirit in there too. It's connecting in that, knowing you have everything you need. Spirit gave you everything you need. All the answers go within. You look within for those answers. Shine that light out. Mystical shaman and soul retrieval. The spirit wants to help you with that, to bring back all pieces of your soul, full and whole. Right? How can you be fully holy you, truly, if you haven't brought all parts of yourself together? You know, to unite them in a team. Even if one steps up and takes a thing, it's not to say that we go, you know, ignore that, hey, we had these little personalities that served us. These characters that took these roles. And sometimes they'll still need to take those roles. But maybe they've been overworked, so we need to bring those back. Or like that soul retrieval, going back to that little baby. For me, personally, I notice I left my baby sitting on all those memories. You know, oh, I'm okay. Well, I've survived till now. Look at that. I'm doing this okay. I was doing what you call spiritual bypass. I didn't get right down into what this baby was feeling. I figured, oh, no, I'm okay because, well, I had this, I had that. Well, others would tell me that too. What are you? Everybody's got it so much worse. So I don't look at mine. I don't honor that baby. Because it doesn't matter. Even if you're that 3-year-old that went down and felt traumatized because you went to show your daddy a picture and your daddy was knee-high and shit from a busted, you know, sewer pipe or whatever. It's a story that was shared in school. I don't know anybody that's ever had that experience. But probably somebody has. The story came from somewhere. The point being, it doesn't matter if the trauma is something like that, where it wasn't actually an abuse, the father wasn't angry about the picture, just in the shit. But as children, we take that personally, right? And then, oh, I'm a horrible artist, Dad doesn't like my picture, right? But look at that. So we go back and we retrieve that. And we tell that little, oh, it wasn't about that picture. See, your daddy was in this, right? So we can explain to that, because maybe nobody explained that to that child. So they grew up their whole life never picking up a paintbrush or anything again. And that was their gift for the world, was to share that work. So let's look at that and bring ourselves into wholeness again. Yeah, even those characters can play different roles, that's fine, but we're still all together and united in this one body. This earth, our piece of Mother Earth, we are Earth. We are it all. Every single one of us, no exceptions. So bring that back. Soul retrieval. Whew. Isn't that funny? Mystical shaman and soul retrieval. I said, this shaman, do the soul retrieval. You don't need somebody to do that for you. You can do that for yourself. But then, right, it's always good to have those buddies. You know, if we're going to go do those deep sea, old school kind of scuba divers, right? You need somebody there to pull you up. Spirit can do that with you too. So if you strengthen your connection with spirit and know you're dealing with the ultimate, you know, not those lesser energies, because they are out there. If you believe one, the other's there too, right? You can't have one without the other, really. That's the way it goes. Sorry. Not sorry. 15 minutes. Okay, so shuffle until one comes out, or because that hurts. Okay. For a little. See? Thank you. Oh, I love this one. Oh, this one reminds me. Beneshi Quay. It's a big. We gone McGreshi Quay. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Mrs. Ray Charles. Oh, it looks like this beautiful picture in there. The heart of sky. Beautiful. Yes, I know. A woman, very beautiful. Oh, the energy. Like, she's like, oh, yeah, she would be the heart of the sky, I think so. The eyes, that beauty. Sigwan Beneshi. Right? I hope. Love you, miss you. Love singing with them. Oh, miss those drumming circles and then singing, and feel disconnected from my family and also my community there too. There's a lot of things that happen, and then there's, was involved, and then all of a sudden I opened up. Still wasn't clear who I was opening up to and that, And I felt it kind of disconnected from my community there. This really helped me. So that's why we need to get in tune with our body, so then we can really tell, so we're not really pouring things out to, I was just going to use it against us or whatnot, whatever's right. Their own things, or they get hurt and they think you're going to do something, so they've got to get you before you get them, right? Or destroy you. Because, that's what they would do. So they project that all on you, so they got to do it to you before you do it to them. Even though you would never, ever do that to anybody. But because they would do it, that's why we need to see. Am I projecting this? Do I think this person's going to do that because that's something I would do? I have done this before? Or because it's been done to me before? Maybe by severals, right? So we need to check that out. Keep ourselves all in check here. The arrow, right? Arrow is about focus and thinking. And then the top card, let's see. The journey. Look at the owl in there too. So we're seeing past these deceptions. Everything that we bought into, that we believed about ourselves. It's not the truth. We are who we say we are. Who Creator made us to be. Not who the other humans say. The ones that want to control us. How do they know? It's an inside job. They're not connected to our source inside. They're connected to their source inside. Even if it's the same source, and I believe they all come from the same source. We're all made of this earth, animated by the spirit. Right? And we focus on that journey. Look at that. The arrow. Can we pull that back a little bit more? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Little bit more. Ooh, ah. Just a little bit. Ooh, ah. Little bit more. Ooh, ah. Just a little bit. Do, 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 do. Swing it. Did I say swinging? And feel the emotions. We gotta feel them. So I swing it after I feel it, Okay? Do not swing it without feeling it, because that's avoiding. And that could be addictive behaviors. Right? There were some things I didn't want to deal with. Things here. Some of the things, my last bits of shattering of my foo. We can't grow further when we're hanging on to disillusionment or the way we'd like things to be. We're going to keep ourselves in denial. Part of that journey is to pull back those veils of all those deceptions and see that, right? There's some things, we all have dysfunctional families, right? We hurt ourselves if we're expecting something different from some person that's always given us that same reaction. And they seem to be happy just like that, content like that. So we don't need to keep spending our time trying to change their attitude. There was something we read in there. One of the major arcana, it's about we want to have a relationship with our mother, say, right? But our mother doesn't like this part of us. So we keep trying to get her to accept this part of us. But yet there's these other parts that they really love. So why not? Okay, we can, whatever. I'll get over it. They don't like this part, but this is accepted over here anyways. So why do I so desperately need this one to accept that? So that every time we come in, it's just a conflict about that. They don't accept that one part of me. Maybe they accepted all the other parts. Maybe that part's reminding them of something that they can't look at in themselves. Whatever, you know? And we can't force people to take steps they're not ready to take. You know, it's part of our journey. We're all on our own journeys. And we need to stay focused. This is our journey. Okay, and you know, we have relationships and love and all that, but we're still individual fingerprints. These expressions, that expression that you are, never to be seen in that expression again. So are we going to give it all away because we want to live somebody else's life? Or we don't think they're living their life the way they should be? Oh, it could be better off, but we're not looking at our own. Every time you're looking over there, you're not looking in here. Every time you're looking out here, you're not looking in here. You're not doing your job and her. And then the world's missing out on that gift that you have to give. Now, how about we get into this? I thought it was going to be a quickie. Guess I'm not such a quickie girl anymore. You're going to look at it. Okay, this year's there just to go stand. What am I at here? 24. 2-4. How was your 2-4? Heart of the sky. The essence. The heart of the sky is love. The heart of the sky is the love force that made all creation possible. So we're all embodiments of this. Zygmunt Beneshi just really looks like this picture. It's beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Oh, got chills. Oh, I'm sending you big hugs. Oh, I miss you. I miss you, all you other ones, too. Oh, yes. We'll sing with you beautiful beings. Okay. The heart of the sky is the love force that made all creation possible. This same force is present when you create with originality. When you bring formlessness to form, or inspired ideas to expression. This primeval force does not know good or bad. It is up to us to provide the clear intention that will guide it to manifest. The heart of sky helps us call in beauty from the invisible world and birth it in the world of matter. But we must be emptied completely in order to be full, right? You can't already fill that which is already full. And if we're still filled up because this baby is still holding on because we haven't felt, have to feel to heal, to feel it to release it, right? The baby's still hanging on. The only way for that baby to let go of all that pain, or that child, whatever, is for that grown-up you to feel it. Let that child express it. You hold that little. I am here with you. You are safe with this adult. I am going to be the one safe adult you can always count on. Okay? Because the other ones, if we get dependent on the outside, we're putting our power on the outside. We must keep this little safe. That's our job as adults. Our jobs. Nobody else's. That's our jobs. To regulate our own emotions, to check in with that little, to keep that little safe. It's just like your heart. You don't give your heart to anybody else. You don't give your baby to anybody else. That's yours. You take care of that. It belongs in your chest or wherever you like to carry your little around with you. Doesn't belong to anybody else. Yes, we can feel safe with others, and somebody can embrace that little. But it stays here. Home, here. We keep that little home and safe. Especially when that little has never felt really at home or safe at home. First and foremost, this is our home on Mother Earth. No matter what, no matter where we are, these bodies hold our spirit. It's the home, the vessel, the whatever. These bodies are the fingerprints. The fingerprints, the expression of the spirit. I don't know, what do you think? So the invitation, the heart of sky brings you a sacred reminder. You are a channel for the original energy of creation. No exceptions. Every single one of us. Channel for the original energy of creation. Become the paintbrush, the canvas, and the artist, all guided by heart of sky. Set your intentions ethically and clearly, and allow the universe to take care of the details. Right, because sometimes we think we want this and then, but right? Sometimes you get what you want. You're like, that's not what I wanted. You let the universe take care of the details, because who knows? Does these little limited brains, or what about the heart of the sky that sees everything? Look at what our view can see. So do we want to make the details and the plans according to this when we can't see all this other? Whoa, wow. Wait a second. I'm limiting this vision? You mean it could have been this big? And I only made it this big? And this could have helped so many more people? This didn't even help me. I don't know. What is that for you? And the medicine that comes with this card. You may feel responsible for everything and everyone. Perhaps you think you have to do it all alone. This takes you into a dark hole where you lose trust in the natural order of the cosmos. Shed your lofty sense of duty and recognize that this is a false prison of your own making. Oh, I know I had to realize that myself, for sure. You can open the door and set yourself free in an instant. It's not your job to make sure everybody else is keeping their little inside and doing their jobs, right? Because when you're all out there, right, who's taking care of this little in here? Right? That's what I did. I'm attending to everybody else, and this little in there is sitting inside. Well, I thought, well, what I went through isn't as bad as this one and this one and this one. So what am I complaining for? So I didn't allow this little to feel anything over that. And if I did, I felt guilty. Somebody else had it worse. So it's like I didn't have a right to feel that because there was somebody else went through worse than me. But this is not a competition. We're not here to compare who's got it worse. Especially, come on, do you see that? Have you ever been there when it seems like a competition about who had the worst trauma? Oh, no, that's nothing. This is what I went through, you know? I mean, it was sexy on Lethal Weapon when they're showing each other their scars, but, you know. And there is that thing when we share our sorrows, it divides them, it lessens them. And it's not sharing where I'm going to take on your sorrows and you take some of mine. It's that when we speak about it and we share those things that we haven't heard before, we feel less alone. So that's how it lessens them. That's how sharing your sorrows divides. It's not spreading your shit, because that's what it is. It's like, here, you take this. You have to now, you know, it's up to you to learn about my illness, and you need to take care of my illness now. Even though I've had it all my whole life, and, you know, that's where we need to take responsibility. That journey inside others, yes, help and support us. We have caregivers that come to help support us, and we need that. We'll all need that at times. The journey is still ours alone, though. It's not their responsibility. What is that? What is that? What number's on the arrow? Is that 3 on that arrow? Oh, my neck. Oh, my goodness. Yes, it was. The essence. Receiving. Well, oh, man, I love that card underneath. Oh, completion. It's coming. That's coming. Right? Or what we've been through is not how the bottom goes. I don't know. But the completion is coming. And then what? Right? Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. So we have completion, and it goes again. Completion, it goes again. Well, look at that. See, that's that. You know, it grows and it's eating itself. Isn't that the serpent that eats itself? So it's continually going, right? It grows as it eats itself. Constantly. Continuously. No beginning, no end. Every beginning is an end. Every end is a beginning. Woo! Ah! Mm. Don't be in a rush. Always listen to your body. Always listen to your body. Don't put it aside. I wouldn't even listen to my body's needs. That's an autism thing too. That's my passion, my special interest of helping people, and also for my little, to get my little out there and to feel loved and stuff, whatever. Mostly ones that feel loved, but to make everybody feel happy. You know, once if they're happy, you're not going to get angry at me or anybody else. I don't want to see anybody fighting. I don't want to see anybody getting hurt. It wasn't just to keep me safe. It's to keep everybody safe. I had to learn. I ain't Jesus. I love Jesus. I want to be like Jesus. I love the example Jesus said, but I ain't, right? You know, as they say, you did the one and done. And how many out there, when it says, you know, we take things on, that hyper sense of responsibility or whatever, we're pulling that on, we got to take care of everybody else. Are we carrying that cross, thinking that we're Jesus? We've got to go, you know, into martyrdom. That stop. Those examples have already been set. Whatever, you know, whatever it is that you believe in that. That body. We need to listen to that body. Because that's where everything is set up. That's where we can follow. That's our GPS, our guidance system. Our direct connection to the source of all. Heart. Sacred heart. Love yous. Okay, there. Oh, number 3 over here. I love how the owl's peeking up just above that right now. Receiving this symbol reminds you that when you are in alignment with your heart and soul, you are on target and will soon be hitting your mark. In alignment with your heart and soul. In alignment. Be true to your calling. Release attachments and free yourself from the bondage of unbridled emotions. Unbridled. So we haven't gone in and see where this is coming from, right? So, oh, I'm feeling this and I'm just letting this out all over the place, but I'm not going any deeper to see where this is coming from. That's the unbridled emotions. Oh, unbridled ambition, it actually says. Hey, it works both ways, doesn't it? Be true to your calling, release attachments, and free yourself from the bondage of unbridled ambition. Right? That's just going, oh, I need to do it because this is in the world. This is what we do. We got to work harder, work harder, work harder. We got to work ourselves to the bone for the man, whatever, for somebody else's company, help them. And then when it comes time to enjoy this, right? It's all work, work, work. And then you get the end of your life to yourself. I don't know. Right. Anyway, unbridled ambition, just working for the sake of success. It wasn't following your passion, whatever. Now is revealed to be a moment of contact in which your intention meets the material world. The arrow symbolizes the need to set your creativity free. The invitation. When the arrow zings through the air, it is inviting you to pay attention and signifying that you are about to make your mark in some aspect of your life. It illuminates the moment of contact when you know that your desires and intentions have traveled on the wind and landed in the perfect place for your highest good, the highest good of all. Trust that your job is to be relaxed yet focused. Keeping your eye on the prize, yet releasing your intention with full expectations that it will land as it is supposed to. Don't worry about the how or the exact form. This is not a time to interfere with the manner in which the arrow flies. It will make its mark, and you will have cause to celebrate. Woo! And look, I noticed that as I started to read. I was talking about the zeros and ones. Did I talk about that the other day? Right? How we need both, everything, computers, all that, ones and O's, and that's the code of the universe. That's the secret code of the universe, zeros and ones. Boom. Job to be relaxed yet a focus, right? We keep that higher pictures. We're not doing up the details. We're just following through that. Be true to your calling. How can you be true to your calling if you keep putting it out because you're staying where you think you're supposed to? You know, because you believe this is how it was supposed to be. We need to show loyalty and whatever to these companies that don't show that loyalty to you. My dad was one of those men too. And then at the end, they try to shove them out. So, you know, and then we don't go, whatever, you know. Those are things where we can stand up for ourselves too and see that. So it's not about blaming. We need to take responsibility. As soon as you put that on the outside, you've lost your power. So it's keeping all of our power here, connecting with that spirit and with that true source. Because if we're not moving ourselves out of those attachments, well, hey, if we're here for something bigger, that's going to happen. Is it God doing it? Is it this? Is it our inner selves, our higher selves going, hey, haha, wake up, you're wasting your time over here. You got some work to do. Why piddle around with this? You got some bigger shit over here to turn. Some bigger fish to fry. You got some toxic shit to make into fuel. So, you know, enough with all this little shit over here. Let the little shit take care of themselves. Whatever. I don't know. The medicine. This is a time to admit that by continuing on the path you are on, you might be shooting yourself in the foot. Could it be that you have become so attached to winning this game that you have missed the true mark? Right? Oh, we just want to be successful. We need to have this material stuff. We've missed the true mark. But we're here to have this human experience, to expand the ultimate consciousness. Whatever that is. I don't know. What is it for you? What did you come here to do? What are you here for? Okay. Oh. Could it be that you have come so attached to winning this game that you have missed the true mark? What if your arrow was never meant to land where you wanted it? What? Right? What if it wasn't meant to land there? Now is the time to regroup and ask yourself if what you desire is really worth your energy. This is a sign that something better is waiting. Consider the wisdom in not getting what you want. Think back, is there a time you really wanted something, you didn't get it? And that was actually even better? You were even happier that you didn't get it? I wonder. Consider the wisdom in not getting what you want. Suffering, in this case, is a pathway to heal the parts of you that feel unworthy. The parts that worry there isn't enough. Make peace with those voices. What is yours? What is truly yours will be waiting for you. What is truly yours will be waiting for you. Always. It's there. Right? Because if it's a gift from Source, Creator, nobody can take that away. No man. No man. No way, man. No man can take away what God has given, what Creator has given, what is inside of you. They can't take it unless you give it. And even then, they can't really take it because it's inside of you. So that'd be an illusion too. Nobody has power over you. We can give that. We can submit. All that. But you know what? We can also change our minds and say, I ain't submitting to you no more. Out of here I go. Maybe I need some help to get out safely. Yes, I do. We don't take abuse no more. There's enough of that. Enough examples of that. We do not need to continue that. We do not. 0 tolerance for abuse. We stand up and we take a stand and we will speak out. That's the thing. It's that quietness that lets that abuse keep winning. If we're selective about who we charge when they've committed a crime, well, I've seen that. And it just drives me nuts. And are you selective? We charge this one because, well, you know, we don't get much from them anyway. And, you know, at least then we can say that, yeah, we do this. See, we did it. One time. And there was all these other stuff going on. So, we all need to look at that in ourselves. It is very difficult to do. I know. I'm doing it myself. And not feel guilty about it. Look at that. See? See sadness. It's going inside. Look at in that self. That guilt, the stuff that was done to him, maybe the stuff he continued. That hurt he carried on. before I knew any better. Sometimes we don't know any better. That's just the way it is. This is the way we were raised, right? Gabor and I missed the last couple of days on that, but was saying that he'd read in his mother's journal, right? That, oh, my baby's in there crying. I'm sorry I'm leaving you crying, but I've been following the doctor's order to leave you cry. You know? So there is some things, and we can get angry at our parents, but like, I really haven't read Dr. Spock, but I've heard that. I mean, it was a very popular parenting thing, but it taught a lot of damaging, traumatizing things of like not touching your children when they need to be held. It's the only way babies need to communicate. And then when we're younger, we do need that outside to help us regulate inside. Till we're older, we learn, but maybe we never learned to do that for ourselves. So it's nice to have. We'll be drawn to others that can help us with that. Whatever. It's that journey. All on these personal journeys, but we need to do that journey inside. Where have you gone inside of you? Where have you journeyed to? Have you gone into the deepest, darkest parts of you? Hey, is it that spring cleaning or summer cleaning? Trying to shine that light and clear out all that dust and cobwebs? Right? Letting go and releasing. We got to do that in our homes too. How can we bring new stuff in or whatever, right? Let's clear all that out. That stuff that ain't serving us, that this little babe has been hanging on to. Because we didn't want to look at it. So we left a child. We left the child in charge of this stuff. We didn't want to look at. Hello. We're adults. Right? If we're not going to stand up for that little. Needs us. We're looking for my book, and it's open right here in front of me. It's sitting right up here. Looking all over for it. Where did I put my book so I can read this card now? I got to get moving on. It was going to be a short one. 41:45. All right. The journey is an invitation to step outside the boundaries of your life as you know it. The journey is not a holiday. It is a call to be hermit-like and go on a pilgrimage into the unknown. Ooh, Jaguar was there. Oh. There are no maps to the territory you will be exploring. No marked paths or road signs. You'll have to follow through that intuition, that connection you had to that baby, that child. The time to embark on the great journey is here. Do not linger in the port when distant shores are calling. Remember that call to action card too? Taking off with that. Anyways. Do not linger in the port when distant shores are calling. Fearlessly draw your own navigational charts. Yes, you could. Yeah, draw your own navigational charts. Nobody's in there. Right? Only you can do that. Some shamans that can kind of join you in that journey, but still you need to do that work yourself. Because, like the shaman can go and retrieve that soul for you, and then it would just break from you again because you hadn't done that work, and it doesn't feel safe with you anymore. Still doesn't feel safe with you. So you need to get this adult to the position where this baby feels safe to open up to you. What kind of adult did this child need to open up to? Maybe there was some there. So model that after that instead of the critics, right? Your encouragers. And not enablers. Encouraging somebody is different than enabling somebody, okay? So there are no maps to the territory you'll be exploring, no marked paths or road signs. The time to embark, the invitation. The time to embark on the great journey is here. Do not linger in the port when distant shores are calling. Fearlessly draw your own navigational charts as you discover the route. As you discover the route. When the time is right, as it is now, you will be led true. Even when you are not sure of where you're going. It's so true. I can testify. I can testify to that. It's happened so much in my life. I cannot deny it. That's why my faith is so strong. I believe. Practice for yourself and see that for yourself. I wish everybody could see that and feel that connection inside. Oh, I do. That connection of it all, that we're all part of this yummy stuff here. It is. It is. Even the shit. You need that to make the best, yummiest stuff, right? Okay. La 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 la. When the time is right, as it is now, you will be led true, even when you're not sure of where you're going. It is the departure. It is the departure that is most important. If you miss the boat, a great opportunity will be lost. And another ship may not arrive for a very long time. So it doesn't say another ship isn't gonna arrive. It said it may not arrive for a very long time. But that depends on the journey that you're in there. Maybe it'll arrive right away when you realize, I don't know. What's that in your journey? The medicine. The journey is calling you. But the time is premature. Collecting postcards or fantasies of where you want to go may take over your focus and make you miss your destiny. Whoa. Collecting postcards or fantasies of where you want to go may take over focus and make you miss your destiny because you get hooked on it one way. We need to be open to it all ways. Other things must be completed first, or you may still be attached to knowing the destination. Yeah, because sometimes, we're going. I don't know where we're going, but, right? So we might be attached to, I need to know where I'm going. Or I'm not going. I ain't moving until I know where I'm going. But sometimes you'll have to move first. That's what it said, right? The starting. Taking that step. Beginning it is the most important. And as you go, it lights up, right? There he is again. Indiana Jones, when he's got to walk out on that invisible ledge. You have to take that first step. They call that the leap of faith. You know that it's there. You can't see it, but it's there. So you need to walk and trust that path will be there. Each step will be supported. Woo! Yes, it will. Other things must be completed first, or you may still be attached to knowing the destination. Remember that the point of the journey is not the destination. It is who you will become as you are transformed along the way. Do not confuse the inner and the outer journey. Woo! Right? Do not confuse the inner and the outer journey. Do you travel inside those deepest, darkest places of you? Or do you just stick the trips? I'm going over here, I'm going over there. La, 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 right? Are you confusing yourself? Saying that you're all spiritual and all that, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. What is that? What does that all say to you? It's about the journey. So we stay focused, right? Well, you're never going to hit your mark if you sit there with your bow drawn, but you never release. You have to accept release. We have to take that step. We have to let go of this monkey bar before we can reach to the next one. Always. And it's as hard as we make it. Right? Because it's sometimes we don't want to do that. I don't know what this is going to... I don't want to feel the pain. I don't want to feel the hurt. Blah, 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 blah. What has this baby gone through already? Boy, did we ever get whiny as adults. When we think back, what did that little go through when you're whining about a little step? The worst of the journey is behind us all now. We can keep going and we can keep ourselves in that suffering, or we can now turn to that joy and feel joyful. Feel joyful. All the things that now we are discovering about ourselves that we got to paint and, or sing and create. We got to just be free. These littles were finally set free to just be. Not the way this person says, that person says, the way society says, oh no, the way I was made to be. I'm just going to be fully, wholly me. But I can't do that until I embrace all parts of me. Because if I am denying any part of myself, well then I'm not going to allow anybody else to hold that part of me either. Or to love that part. I'm going to keep that part hidden and hidden and hidden. Nobody will ever see it. And then the world's going to miss out. Because I believe most of us has hidden the most beautiful parts of ourselves in there. That core little essence. in that onion, that little gem surrounded by all this shit. We adults gotta dig through that. We're the only ones. It's an inside job to get into our core essence. There's lots of help out there. I'll help. I'll ask questions. That's it. No advice. Just ask questions. You figure it out yourself. It's your life. And not mine. 50. Oh, wait. There we go. There's our little short, quickie read for Saturday. Love you. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you for being you. Shine your light through in everything you do, because this world needs you right now. Beautiful, beautiful beings. Yes, you are. Every single one of you. You beautiful, beautiful stars. Love you. Thank you. Did I do that? Biggest heart hugs ever! Yes, keep on being you. Shine your light through in everything you do, because this world needs you. Enjoy the journey. It's a journey. Take that step. Begin. Just begin within. Love you. Begin within and share it out.